Hey guys, Courtney here with Courtney's Customs, and today I am super excited to be working on a mermaid scale tumbler. I love mermaid scale tumblers, and what I love even more than mermaid scale tumblers are these 20-ounce fatty tumblers from Courtney's Customs blanks. They are straight, there's no taper. I know, I feel like on camera it looks like there's a taper, but there is no taper. So it's going to work perfect for these tumblers, and I don't know if I'm like going through like a phase of loving the fatty tumblers, but I don't know, there's just something about this shape and style of tumbler that I'm loving right now. Now I do not have these on the website yet, but I will have these along with some 35-ounce skinny tapered tumblers. My supplier forgot to send me straws, so I am waiting on the straws. I do not want to sell more tumblers without straws because I had this incident in the past and decided I would just sell them discounted with no straws. But I mean, y'all need some straws, so I'm going to wait on my straws and then these will be online, but I did just want to show you this tumbler for this tutorial and I'm so excited. So I know everybody's been using tumbler tape. I don't know, I've never used it before. I don't know if you can use tumbler tape for this. I'm assuming you probably could, but since I don't have it, I am using the two widest pieces of double-sided sticky tape that I have. You will not need to spray paint this or anything, but you will need to sand it and prep it and everything like you would normally do a tumbler. And I have a mermaid scale file here. I have all my cords and wires hooked up, but I have a mermaid scale file here that I got from Creative Fabrica, and I'm going to cut that out on my Cameo. And I'm cutting it out on some white cardstock paper, which I will put a link for down in my description. It's just from Amazon. And when I used my little tape measure here, this was exactly 6.25 tall by 11.25 wide. So that's just what I set the file to on my Cameo Studio here, Silhouette Studio. I'm still getting used to saying that. So now let's get that cut out. Alright, so this is cut out. I might have to cut out a few extra scales because some of them didn't cut like great. So now I'm going to come in with my double-sided sticky tape and start wrapping the entire tumbler. So I am just starting from the top. I mean, you can start from the bottom, it doesn't matter. But I am giving myself a little bit of a lip here so the epoxy has something to grip onto. Just the tiniest little lip. But now I will just be covering the entire tumbler in this tape. Okay, so now that this is completely covered, aside from the bottom, we can glitter that later. I am going to start at the bottom. You can start at the top or the bottom. I just always prefer to start at the bottom. And I'm going to remove a couple stripes of the top of the tape and start putting these scales on. Now, this first row is so incredibly crucial because this is going to set if you know how straight you keep everything. So you have to be very, very precise when applying this first row of scales. So this tape is really super sticky, and I am going to overlap these scales just a bit. I am not going to like do corner to corner and leave a gap. I am going to overlap them and just continue doing this until everything is covered. Okay, so now the entire thing is covered, and as you can see here, I just didn't want to leave a gap, so I have a lot that is sticking up. I am just going to take my scissors and trim that up so nothing is coming up over the rim. And I'm cutting it a little further down as well so that lip shows a little bit of stainless steel, so the epoxy will have something to grip onto. Now you can see here and there are pieces that are kind of sticking up. I have just been going in with some liquid fusion on the tip of just anything that you want to grab. This is a weeding pick that I don't care for, so I'm using it. And I'm just going through and putting some of the liquid fusion under some of the pieces of cardstock that are sticking up, so they lay down flat. So now that everything is on there good and flat, I'm going to add probably just one coat of epoxy before moving on, but I'm really going to make sure I get in all of the crevices to make sure that everything is covered. Alright you guys, so I thought it was recording, but apparently it was not. I'm so sorry, but you didn't miss much. All I was saying was that it's the next day, there's one coat of epoxy over this, and I just sprayed a very light coat of white Rust-Oleum over it to get me a nice, like, clean base coat, I guess I should say. So I'm going to go in with this mica powder from the glitter grind. It's called Moon Glow, and it's a really pretty, like, very subtle color shift, and I thought it would look really nice. And instead of mixing it into my epoxy and putting it on that way, I'm going to brush it on. And this is just a basic paintbrush from Dollar General, I believe. It came in a pack of several. And so I am just going to take that mica powder and just brush it on. And you might not be able to see it at the moment, but I can. I'm just trying to get in all the little crevices. Now that I'm pretty sure everything is covered, see that really pretty light color shift? I'm going to spray this very lightly with 2 times Rust-Oleum Clear and then come back for the next step. So now I'm going to go in with this really pretty color from the glitter grind called Mermaid Tears. It is a chunky mix. It's really pretty and it suits this tumbler very well. So I am just going to cover the entire tumbler in Mod Podge because I plan on doing a ombre from the top and the bottom, just like a very small ombre. And I want to cover that bottom as well. I don't want to leave the bottom blank. So I'm going to cover the entire tumbler, not because I plan on to put glitter on the entire tumbler, but because I just don't want there to be like a very sharp line of where my glitter stops, because then it wouldn't look very ombre-like. Now I'm going to go in with the Mermaid Tears. I cover the bottom. Oh, this is so pretty, and it really, really fits this tumbler. And then I'm just very lightly adding just a bit of an ombre here. Put a little more here. And the rim, the top rim. So now I am just going to let this dry, spray it with 2 times Rust-Oleum Clear, and add some epoxy, and I will come back tomorrow to show you the finished result. Alright, so after some epoxy, she is looking good. I always feel like it's so hard to see on camera when I do really light colored things like this. So let me take you outside in the natural light so you can get a better look. Now, it does need some more sanding and, of course, some more epoxy, but I did want to show you guys as soon as I could because it is just so pretty and I love it. And it's one of those tumblers where it's like, okay, do I put a decal on it? Just like a word decal, nothing crazy, or do I leave it plain? So I don't know, you guys tell me down in the comments, do you think I should put a decal? If so, what? Do you think I should leave it plain? I want to know your thoughts, because eventually this will be on the website. Before I go, like always, I do have y'all's cup of positivity for the day, and today's quote is, "The only time you fail is when you fall down and stay down." And that was said by Stephen Richards. That is all I have for y'all today. I really hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I really hope this is helpful for y'all. Make sure to let me know in the comments what you think I should do decal wise. Aside from that, if y'all have any questions at all, please feel free to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Be kind, love one another, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!